looking forward to seeing you all here today, and we hope you have a wonderful evening with us. In case you're wondering, I am 𝗏𝗕𝗠, your beloved host for this evening, and on behalf of IBM, I welcome you all so warmly to this remarkable evening where together we are going to create something that will change everything. Together we are going to talk, laugh, dine, learn from industry experts, and strongly bolden and strengthen our network and march strongly towards excellence. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I express my deep gratitude for you all that you took out your time and decided to join us this evening, pardon me. And I'm called to share this quote from ancient texts of 𝗜𝗕𝗠 which goes like this: "You are what your deep driving desire is. As your desire, so is your will. As your will, so is your deed. And as your deed, so is your destiny." I found that very interesting. And at a crucial time like this, when technological advances are redefining the economic and social context, organizations need innovative solutions that help them boost their business. And here this evening, we will be hearing from your peers, the industry experts, the IBM experts, on how leaders like you can adapt and operate in this technological era marked by hybrid cloud, data, and artificial intelligence. Without further ado, I would like to commence this evening. Today we have an amazing lineup of speakers, and it gives me utmost pleasure to introduce them all here. Are we ready to begin this evening? Do I have your permission? Yes, thank you so much. Firstly, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to invite the most eminent personality from IBM who is going to share his perspective of leading in the era of change. And I want you all to help me welcome warmly Managing Director, IBM, India and South Asia, Mr. Sandip Patel, please. Warm welcome, sir, warm welcome.
I also want to thank you for your partnership, for your business, and hopefully we'll have 2 hours of some very engaging dialogue with you. I hope that you take the time to walk around and see solutions that I think we jointly work together on, some that are new, that I think are changing how we operate in this world today. So my objective this evening, I've got about 10 minutes or so, I'm going to set the context for what we're going to talk about for the rest of this evening. And I think I want to put it in three components, right? One is, if you just think about the disruption that we've all seen. I refer to, and I've been using this since the COVID times, technology has truly become the 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏. During the COVID times, it was the 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏 that was keeping all of us connected. It was keeping businesses running. It was keeping households running. I think we were working with one of our clients to deliver cooking gas, I think, through the COVID times. And every cooking cylinder that was getting, that was operating on our supply chain, we kept that running. We kept banks running during that time. We kept milk getting delivered to homes, right? So technology truly was a 𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗏. It kept all of us connected, and it moved us into a very different way of working. But I think the other thing that technology did is it opened up doors to disruption like that we've never seen before. The whole digital transformation and the acceleration of digital transformation and disruption, that has moved forward at a pace where we probably covered about a decade's worth of progress and leapfrogging over the last, I think, year or 2 years that we've seen, right? And that has really driven organizations to think about technology transformation, digital transformation, fundamentally in 3 different components. One is, how do you change experience for what we are starting to see as becoming, digital natives? Our customers are all becoming digital natives. So it isn't that important as to, whether, if you're a bank, whether you are showing up as the next best bank. It's about the next best experience that someone has in the digital space. So that creating new experiences is a huge component of how people are starting to look at digital transformation. The second area is starting to gain efficiencies. I think one of the things that we all learned during COVID is not whether we'll get out of it. I think there was enough resilience where people felt that we would be getting out of it. It was about how do we get prepared for whatever hits us next. And I think this is where the whole motion around being a lot more agile, being a lot more connected, being a lot more automated, that is now a big function of where technology transformation is being driven by enterprises. And then the third area is around looking at, as these new digital ecosystems get created around us, how do we take advantage of that in terms of creating new business models? How do we look for new revenue pools? And how do we then start to operate in those domains with business partners that are a part of this ecosystem? So I think this is where, at least I see, digital transformation happening. And today, enterprises are trying to drive their digital transformation activities across 4 different pillars. One, digital transformation that is based on data, data-driven, and analytically organized, right? So that's one area. Second, which has a level of risk awareness and is secure. Third, which is intelligently automated. And fourth, which is built for agility and speed. And you're going to hear about these 4 pillars as we talk further. Third component, IBM today, and this is really important. I make sure that I say this every time I meet with clients and business partners. IBM today has a tremendous amount of more focus than what IBM was a few years ago. We are a technology and transformation company which has focused around 2 dimensions: hybrid cloud, AI, which is underpinned by a strong layer of enterprise-grade security, and doing all of this in a sustainable way. That is what IBM is today. Now, why is that focus important? So let me just share some numbers with you. And I'll try to put it in the context. Some are India-specific, some are global. So hybrid cloud. Why hybrid cloud? I think we have seen people move to cloud in a big way. But one of the things that I think we had predicted, even as the whole cloud premise was getting started, was that people will be operating across multiple clouds as well as in a hybrid environment. Today, and this is from a recent survey that we've done, 85% of organizations in India, they have sort of recognized and acknowledged that they are operating in a hybrid cloud environment. Of those, 66% have actually said that they lack cloud management skills and the ability to move to how do you operate in this environment in an efficient and an agile manner. So that sets the context of why hybrid cloud is important. Clearly, we have made significant investments in our Red Hat platform that actually powers the whole hybrid cloud platform for us. Second, AI. Why AI? If you just put it in the context of what is happening around us, today there is about 175 zettabytes of data that are being created on a regular basis. And 68% of that are not really getting analyzed. Now these are actually readable by our computers. Now the other thing that's happening with data, which is very interesting, is that a lot of this data is not data that can be stored. It's data that can be read, but it tends to lose relevance within a few nanoseconds after it's created. So the ability to capture some of those data points effectively and make it relevant for good decision making, that is where AI and a lot of the investments that we are making in the AI solutions come into play. This actually changes industry paradigms. I've grown up in the insurance space, and I am actually a firm believer that if you use data right, you can actually fundamentally change the paradigm of that industry from managing the risk of loss to managing the risk of prevention. Just think about that, and you'll hear more about this as we go on forward. Third, underpinned by a strong layer of security. Today, average cost, I don't know if this is a data point that people are aware of, average cost of a data breach in India, this is an India statistic, it costs 176 million rupees. That's the average cost of a data breach when you take into account all of the stuff that has to happen following a data breach. And this is up 25% from 2020, and it's going to get worse. As a matter of fact, one of the downsides of technology innovation, and this is actually, I keep saying that, as we look at technologies like quantum and others becoming more relevant, that will actually make some of the bad actors a lot more proficient in doing what they do best, and which is where security becomes really important. And then doing all of this in a way that's sustainable and really driving, sort of green IT. So that is sort of the whole context of why we have doubled down on hybrid cloud, AI, again, underpinned by a strong layer of security that is in a way that is sustainable for our clients. So I'm really thrilled that you've joined us here today. It's a great pride for having many of our clients join us to talk to you about how they are working with us to really drive some of this digital disruption and technology transformation across these different dimensions. So with that, I welcome you all to this session. Please, enjoy yourselves. I think you're going to have a lot of great content, and then invite you over for dinner. So thank you.